Hey guys, what's up? It's Karl here, back with another device review, and today we are checking out the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE Fan Edition, whether it's for only fans, not too sure how Samsung comes out with the names, but this is a device that focuses on bringing a lot of the key flagship specs, but for a lower price. So it retails for $699, so that's a ton of value. And I initially wasn't going to create a video on this device, but I realized this actually might be the most important or the best phone that Samsung has come out with, because it's kind of hard for me to condone their flagship models, say the Note 20 Ultra, even the S20 Ultra, which is a bit older now. These devices are over that $1,200 price point, and who can actually afford to spend that kind of money? And when you actually look at a lot of smartphone sales data, devices that are cheaper in that mid-range price, around that $600 mark, even cheaper, sell way more than flagship models. Obviously, these are dope to look at. They have the best specs, but in reality, not as many people buy them, and I think you guys agree as well. So when I initially unboxed this, this is the device that comes in a bunch of different colorways. I was slightly confused if this was a purple. It's apparently blue, so I might be slightly colorblind, but I think you can grab this in 5 different color options. Just remember though that the back is plastic. That's one of the drawbacks, but I'm willing to sacrifice that. Most people put phones in cases anyway, so you don't really feel or notice the back. But on the flip side, at least the rails or the housing around the outside of the device is still metal, and this device actually doesn't take too many cutbacks. It still brings in a lot of the main features that you'd want in a device. For example, the display, 6.5 inches, it's an OLED panel, perhaps not as edge to edge as say the Note 20 Ultra, S20 Ultra, but it is flat, and I know a lot of people do prefer that. It isn't Quad HD, but it does have a 120 Hz refresh rate. So just like the Note 20 Ultra, when you go to that higher refresh rate, it drops in resolution. Most people will choose that higher refresh rate anyways on a device. So the experience is nice, quick, and snappy, and on the flip side, that does help with battery life, and this in fact actually has a larger battery than the S20, 4,500 milliamps of juice. And another big feature is actually found on the silicone in the inside. So it has the Snapdragon 865 chip. We find that in flagships. And when you actually look at, say, the Google Pixel 5 that was just released, that sells for the exact same price. So $699, but that has the lower 765 chip. And I do know a lot of you that are eyeing the Pixel 5, this would be its main competitor. So once I get that into the studio, that will be the first comparison that I do make. And another big bonus for the 865 chipset, that is available for this device across every region. So I know people say in Europe that get kind of shafted with the Exynos chipset. You guys might be the real fans of the Fan Edition, but once that Nexus 5 does come into the studio, of course, this will be the first comparison that I make it against. I would say the biggest cutbacks to the FE though, besides the build quality, the plastic back, is the camera system on the back. So it is toned down compared to the S20 line. We still have a triple camera setup, so 12, 12, and 8 megapixels. You don't get the crazy 100 times space zoom, but in reality, I'm not too sure how many people use that consistently. You're maxed here at 30 times zoom. Photos are decent as long as there's enough light. I wouldn't say this is the best camera that Samsung has made. On the front though, you do have a 32 megapixel front-facing camera. It is the smallest hole punch cutout that they offer. But in typical Samsung fashion, over beautified, my face does not look this smooth. But other than that, I think those are the key drawbacks, and I kind of did a poll on Instagram, what device you would choose. So once again, $699 or close to $1,200, and you guys were kind of split on your choice. And I get that not everyone is gonna spend that kind of money on a device. That's obviously unsustainable. Most people end up picking phones that are in that cheaper mid-range category. So I'm stoked to see not just Samsung, but most brands in general, and Google is essentially pivoting in that direction fully. Their flagship is the $700 mark. But yeah, that has kind of been the S20 OnlyFans FE fans only edition. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I think phones like this are just gonna increase in popularity as we see the price of flagships continue to skyrocket, and couple that with affordability. And obviously right now, especially, that's more important than ever. Cool and dope device. And across the entire Samsung range, this is the one that I'm recommending more than anyone. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this vid, and that comparison against that Pixel 5 should be coming shortly, so make sure you sub to the channel if you already haven't. Hit that like button. Haven't said that in a while, but shameless plug for all. We'll catch the rest of you in one of my next vids or vlogs. Peace.